Thank you. Thank you, CJFE. Thank you, everyone. On the one hand, I'm honored and certainly very happy to be here. On the other hand, I can't really say this. When a Chinese citizen receives an award outside China, I don't know whether he or she should be happy or worried. It could bring punishment to the recipient and his or her family. In China, a foreign award is often described as sugar-coated poison, which should be firmly rejected because the foreigners always have an agenda, and that is a plot to overthrow the Chinese government. What's maddening is that it's been so long and the foreigners still have not succeeded in implementing this plot. Freedom, peace, human rights, democracy, constitutionalism, civil society, independence. These are frightening words that have sent some of China's most courageous men and women to jail. 王炳章、高志胜、刘晓波、伊涅哈木、妥提、刘贤斌、姚文田、卓玛嘉、古林米纳爱民、贡阙才培、殷来庭、李亚芝、哈达、廖一武、施涛、胡佳、许志勇、谭作仁、陈希、陈蔚、郭飞雄、刘远东、王默、刘平、周世峰、胡世根、唐金玲、吴干、王全章、谢彦义、李和平， and send some of the most ardent advocates of that values to their death. 王世卫、楚安平、林昭、玉罗克、张志新、李望洋、曹顺利。Tonight, we gather to celebrate the freedom of speech. And why did I read the names of so many China's political prisoners? Ladies and gentlemen, that is because most of the China's political prisoners are made criminals for their speech. They might have been convicted of various trumped up crimes, but all they have done is nothing more than express dissent. On the one hand, China's political space is very narrow, and it's getting narrower. Citizens have almost no way to engage in opposition activities other than speech. On the other hand, we can see speech is the beginning of everything. Dictators often fear the power of speech more than anyone else. That's why they suppress every independent voice in China. That's why they hate the demonstrations in Hong Kong. That's why they are buying up news media in Taiwan. That's why they are pushing their propaganda on the world, especially in Western democracies. They demand all China's media must toe the party's line. They build partnership with newspapers in Australia and radio stations in the United States. They deny visas to foreign journalists, and they are forcing Facebook to build a wall and pay for that wall. Mr. Trump, who wants to build a wall, will have to learn from the Chinese leaders, or they will not have a chance to persuade by Prime Minister Trudeau as a remarkable leader. If you are a slow learner, don't worry. The Chinese government will be tireless in teaching you. Lesson 1, for whom the bell tolls. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi clearly told you this in June. You have no rights to talk about China's human rights. Only the Chinese people have the right to speak about this issue. But the truth is, they were never allowed to speak out. I have been fighting for speaking out. People often ask me, why are you willing to make such sacrifices for freedom of speech? I have never hesitated to answer. Without freedom of speech, nothing will be left in a civilized world. Speech is freedom itself. If we don't fight for it, it will be completely lost. My 7-year-old daughter loves museums. She once said to me, "Daddy, don't become more handsome or you will be locked in a museum." What she meant to say is that Daddy is capable of everything except speaking German as well as she does. But she doesn't know I am unable even to explain to her why we cannot return to China. How do I tell her that in many places human beings live, people don't even have the freedom to say what they want to say? To my mother and my father in Sichuan, China, I wish you could be here with me to share this beautiful light. You have always been proud of me, but I can't even tell you the prize I'm receiving. All my loved ones in China, I have stopped contacting you precisely because I love you. I love each one of you. Thank you, everyone.